I'm pleased to offer my congratulations to all my friends at Acorn on your 25th anniversary. As all of you know, Acorn began in Arkansas, and since then it's spread all across the country. I've worked with Acorn since the beginning of my political career. When I was Attorney General, we worked together in Arkansas to fight utility rate increases that were literally threatening low-income families with the choice between food and electricity. During the 1992 campaign, I toured a house rehabilitated by Acorn and spoke with your leaders about the need to improve the Community Reinvestment Act. Now my administration has made community reinvestment a major priority. In the nearly 20 years that we've worked together, I've watched Acorn grow from a small local organization to a national power for low and moderate income families. In the true spirit of democracy, you've built an organization that trains its members to speak out on their own behalf and to become active participants in the direction of their future. You've built an organization in which people of all races and ethnic backgrounds work together in common enterprise. You have built an organization that is rebuilding some of our toughest urban neighborhoods. And you've built an organization that every day strives to put into practice the motto of my home state of Arkansas: the people shall rule. I encourage you to continue organizing as zealously for the next 25 years. As you know, the people united will never be defeated. You need to be united now. We face great challenges. Low-income and moderate-income people, they have great interests that are at stake in the debates going on here in Washington. I have worked hard to grow the middle class and shrink the underclass, not only to create more jobs, but to give people a real chance to earn more money and to have more control over their destiny. A lot of the decisions we are making will affect that. We'll either increase your ability to do it or undermine it. You need to be heard here. If you do, the next 25 years will be even more successful for you. Thank you and good luck.
Happy anniversary, Acorn. You have given the citizens of this nation 25 years of wonderful service. You are needed now more than ever. Enjoy this anniversary, but understand we've got lots of work to do, and a lot of people are depending on you. Now is the time to organize, organize, organize. I love you.
First of all, a big congratulations to all the members of Acorn eating tonight and enjoying the fruits of 25 years worth of labors that have provided so many people across this country with affordable housing, with a place that they can call a home, with a utility rate that they can afford, and with so many of the benefits that each and every one of you should feel so proud that you've been a part of. So many times in this country, in the so-called halls of justice here in Washington, we need an organization like Acorn to truly represent the people's interest. One of the more proud moments of my career on the banking committee was just a few months ago when Acorn marched in and was promptly escorted out by the Capitol Police, Maude Hurd, and so many other good friends who have spoken out when things need to be said in Washington, have made people uncomfortable when they need to be made uncomfortable. I remember marching in Chicago over the savings and loan crisis, trying to bring a little justice to the fact that too many people for whom the banking system has never done anything were once again made victims of the tax bailout of the savings and loan crisis. It took Acorn's voice and your voice to be heard around this country to bring some just settlement of those cases. The fact is that the battle goes on. The fight lines have been drawn tighter than at any time in the last 25 years. The attacks on the poor are more brutal today in this city and across this country, in every state around the nation, than they ever have been before. In times past, people have felt a moral sense of standing up for what is right by looking out for our vulnerable folks of this country. Today, It is the vulnerable and the impoverished that are blamed for bringing our country down. When people try to suggest that welfare mothers are the problem in America, I like to point out the fact that we spend about $14 billion on welfare in this country. One guy, Michael Milken, personally stole a third of the annual welfare budget. Let's not blame poor and the people of this country for the country's problems. Let's go after where the money is and ask them to be part of the solution. You've been part of the solution, you continue to be, and I continue to really enjoy working with you and watching you in action. Take care, have a great evening, and keep the fight on.
Hola, les habla su congresista Nidia Velázquez. Quiero saludar a ACORN en todos los Estados Unidos, pero particularmente en la ciudad de Nueva York, por el trabajo que han hecho en traer viviendas, desarrollo económico, hacer campañas de inscripción, por mantener viva la fe y la esperanza en nuestras comunidades. Gracias por ayudarme a mí como congresista a ejercer un mejor trabajo, haciendo seguro que nuestras comunidades tengan acceso a las instituciones financieras, que los bancos no le nieguen a nuestras comunidades el derecho que tienen a unos servicios financieros. Felicitaciones. And I want to join you in this historic day, the 25th anniversary of your organization. I want, as a Congress member, thank you for the great work that you have been doing for the last 25 years, rebuilding communities, building new homes, fighting for economic justice, doing voter registration so that we can make sure that poor communities can make their presence felt across the nation. I want to thank you, and I want to encourage you to continue the great work that you have been doing.
Hello, I'm Henry Cisneros, and it's a special treat for me to be able to congratulate the members and leadership of ACORN on your 25th anniversary. 25 years of hard work, 25 years of courage, 25 years of leadership, 25 years of just staying the course in the tough environments, neighborhoods and community groups, big cities, rural areas all across America. And millions of Americans are better off today than they were 25 years ago because ACORN has been on the job. For 25 years, and that's a quarter of a century, a long time to stick on one theme. And over that time, ACORN has become a major player in the fight to build strong, safe, and productive communities. It's been very single-minded in that commitment to do something about community life in America. You started in Little Rock, 1970, and adopted the state slogan of "The people shall rule" as your motto. A few years later, I was a city councilman in San Antonio and later mayor, and learned of ACORN's work and have watched ACORN over the years. And now I have watched, as Secretary of Housing, the effectiveness of ACORN in community after community across America. I don't know whether all of you present know this, but I dedicate time every month to meet with the leaders of ACORN, and it's been one of the most productive working relationships that we've had. Almost every single month for the last 2 years, we've met to talk about housing counseling and to talk about community ownership programs and to talk about changes in legislation or strategy. And I've had the good fortune to attend ACORN rallies, and I must tell you, it is for me always moving to hear the people stand together and recite that motto of ACORN's: the people united will never be defeated. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. I've heard it in New York, I've heard it in Boston, I've heard it in Washington, I've heard it in Philadelphia, and it's always an amazing thing to stand at a podium talking to people, recognizing that they have bonds among themselves of strength and articulate them in this way: the people united will never be defeated. What a truth there is to that. Simple fact is, America owes ACORN a great debt of gratitude for doing what most citizens are not willing to do, and that is engage with our fellow citizens, engage in our neighborhoods. You can be proud of your accomplishments, and I wish you even greater success over the course of the next 25 years. Our country needs the kind of citizenship that you teach and that you act upon. Congratulations, and thanks for your wonderful work.
As United States Senator from Minnesota, I'd like to extend my greetings to everybody that's involved with ACORN. ACORN to me is family. I got my start in politics as a community organizer, and much of what I've learned has been from ACORN. First, let me just honor the work that you do. I really believe that the people who are the real patriots are men and women who take time out of their lives and give it to their communities and give it to issues they believe in and give it to politics. And I think ACORN's approach on empowering people, on having people be their own leaders, and having the courage to take on some of the large concentrations of power in America is critically important. ACORN stands for justice. ACORN stands for good community leaders. ACORN stands for participation. ACORN stands for democracy in our country. And in these times, right now, let me just tell you, your voice is needed more than any other time I can remember in my adult life. Congratulations to everybody, 25th anniversary. What a wonderful, rich history of justice. Let's stay strong and do the work we have to do, and let's do it together.
To the ACORN family, on behalf of the Rainbow Coalition, congratulations. 25 years of work and service. You remained faithful. You planted your acorns. Your seeds have germinated. They've sprouted. You've grown trees. You've kept serving the people. Dr. King would be proud of you because you remained faithful and basic and grassroots. You have not negotiated away your integrity. You have been a source of conscience, a source of convictions, a source of strength. Each time I reached out to you, you were available. You reach out to the Rainbow, we are available. Let's remain partners. Let's continue to work together and build together. And through it all, let nothing break your spirit. Keep hope alive.